Hey, let's talk about games. Hello guys and girls, you're listening to Hydra talking through the Horus Heresy Legions, the mobile game. I know you're probably wondering what happened to my computer graphics. A 1080 Ti is looking a little bit bad these days. Well, this is actually an emulator running this on my computer right now. So the thing is, I decided to pick this game up in absence of anything else I fancied playing this weekend, so I decided to have my dabble with my very first card game. And I wanted to give you my experiences of this. Now obviously I don't have any comparisons to make between this and Hearthstone and all of the other big names out there. This is just my first dabble into this genre. This is a 40k game, or maybe 30 or 20k, where the Horus Heresy basically. And this has 4 Primarchs. Currently it has quite a few different warlords you can play. You can basically select different decks, different cards. This is a free-to-play game. So the game, you just simply download it on your mobile and start playing. You get card packs just like you would imagine from any other game. It's just like going back to Pokemon. You get a bunch of cards, some of them aren't the ones you want, those ones get converted into another resource, so thankfully. And sometimes you get cards you do want, you put them in a deck, you make an awesome deck, you try and beat other people. There are events and things like that if you've dabbled in Clash of Clans, where you sort of try and beat other players and see who can win the most amount of games. The game doesn't have a huge amount of game modes available to it. It's primarily basically revolving around trying to beat other people, and that sort of makes sense for the type of game it is. It's a dueling game of sorts. There are clans, there are lodges, you can join other players and you can compete to be the most awesome and the most wonderful, etc. I haven't really dabbled too far into it because I'm still quite bad. This game has a fair old learning curve to it, and it's not so much of a curve as a little bit of a brick wall. What I imagine most people come against, assuming you're similar to me anyway, is a few hours of what the hell am I doing, and then all of a sudden a few light bulbs start clicking, maybe you get a few cards that you like, and all of a sudden things start going okay. Now, some people are probably thinking, is this a little bit of a freemium game? And I will be honest with you, like all games of this nature, it does encourage you to spend money. That's the sort of the ethos of the game. It has a bunch of cards available that you don't have when you buy the game. You can unlock them by not paying a penny, and I've been beaten by quite a few patrons and sponsors and such that have never spent a penny in the game. They've simply just grinded it out over a little while, done the daily quests every now and again, and if you want to be a freemium player that never spends a penny, I think it's probably doable. But if you're like me, you're just going to go ahead and spend 15 quid straight away being like, I don't want to not have anything. Now, I have to be careful with games like this because I do find that there is a little bit of incentive to go a bit overboard. When it comes to MOBAs, I tend to overspend. I've spent 200, 300, 400 quid on a few MOBAs. I'm not proud of it. I always feel guilty after doing it. And I feel myself slipping down that slope a little bit here because I just want everything straight away and I want to be awesome and beating everyone, you know. I feel like if I spend money, I'll get better at the game. I think the reality is I would sort of say if you buy the game, set yourself a little challenge. Play it for a day first and see how good you can get. Don't spend a penny. This is my ethos anyway, and this is how I try and sort of get around this whole games that sort of spending money gives you a head start. The game isn't pay to win though. You can unlock everything via regular means. That's pretty cool. There are events to participate in. You can unlock tickets by leveling up and you use a ticket to go in the events, but the actual strategy and learning of the game I found quite enjoyable. I really have. I've done a few live streams thus far. I found it quite challenging to basically just learn all the cards, what they do. There's a lot of pattern recognition going up on inside your head as to what does this card do that the enemy's got. Of course you can hover over it, but when you recognise things and all these patterns make sense in your head, it's a nice feeling when it all works. And I would say if you like this style of game potentially, again, it's free to play. You might as well download it, have a go. I would say I'm quite fond of it. I'm enjoying it. I'm playing it. I will probably play it on my lunch breaks at work, maybe when I'm on the toilet every now and again, who knows. And I'll probably do the odd live stream too. I'm going to be honest, I've got a bunch of patrons already involved with it. I've got a bunch of Cabal members already jumped in on it. They like the look of it. Guys, what I'd like to know is, what do you think of it down below in the comments? Do you play this already? Do you enjoy it? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you feel that there's enough to keep you busy? Or is this just something to basically pass the time for a week and then chuck it away? Guys, let me know down in the comments, and stay tuned for some forthcoming interviews, hopefully with various developers of various 40k games. Haven't managed to nail down any dates, but they will be coming very, very soon. Guys, you take care of yourselves. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.